And now we have another season player, Preeti. Is Preeti here? One second. Let me just spotlight Preeti. Preeti, are you here?
Preeti has
Yes,
Yes,
been
Seema.
one.
facing
Yes,
some
Seema.
technical issues,
Yes, yes, yes.
unfortunately.
Okay, she's here. She's here. So let me just give a very brief introduction about Preeti. Preeti is a special educator with Sri Kumarans and is passionate about storytelling, passionate about children, passionate about anything that will bring joy to the lives of children, get them to learn. She says that any possible skills that may help all types of learners to pursue academics. So here's Preeti. She's been having some internet issues, but she's braved it all and she's here. So Preeti, are you ready, or is your internet giving you trouble once again?
Looks like there's
Yes, Seema.
I think
Am I
she's
audible?
frozen internet.
Yes, yes, Preeti. Go ahead. Go
You're
ahead.
back.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hello to everybody. A lot of people have joined from Sri Kumarans as well today, and my niece Vedika is here, and a lot of our ICA members, the regular story listeners of monthly story boxes, they're here. So okay, so mine is a very simple story. We had wonderful stories by Geeta ji and Veena ji. So here, my story goes about. Okay, let's see the first card, and then you will know this beautiful art piece. What if we lived in a place something like this? Like an artist who draws a picture, a beautiful house surrounded by beautiful garden and lots of flowers, and then it has rained the previous night, and the weather is cool, and the morning is just beautiful. The sun has just come out, shining bright, and the little droplets on the leaf. In that, two little buds start growing. Now, when all these flowers are blooming, they look just beautiful. It's so heaven. And these garden, you have flowers of all the different colors. You have pink, you have blue, you have purple, you have so many colors. So, but there are two buds which are very special to us. So maybe I feel like singing a song for this now because this garden is so beautiful. I thought I'm overjoyed to look at this beautiful garden, and I can't help maybe humming some song here. Would you all like to listen? Okay, let's try this. Sing a song of flowers, flowers all around, flowers of every color growing on the ground. Flowers of every color, they look so pretty too. And then we have pink, purple, blue, yellow, and red too. I was talking about two little buds. Two little buds. Okay, let's see. These two little buds are just growing. And these two little buds are beautiful in their colors. And they have special names after the colors. Can you any guesses what names that could be? Yes? Vedika, would you like to guess what names could that be? Yeah? Shall we call
Pilu and Lalu.
Pilu and Lalu? Perfect. So here's Pilu, here's Lalu. Yes. So Pilu and Lalu are just two little buds, and they're growing and they're growing and growing beautifully in the garden. And as they're growing, they had now fully bloomed flowers. In that, now sometimes what happens, we all grow a little differently. So Lalu starts growing a little bit stronger and little taller and taller and taller. Growing little differently And Lalu is taller and taller and taller as he's growing. Look what has happened now. Now Lalu has become very, very big, very tall, so tall that he is literally covering our Pilu. Bichara Pilu. Pilu is like, Lalu, please can you give some place? Please make some place for me to grow. But Lalu is very, very arrogant. He says, creepers, creepers growing so tall. Who is the greatest of all? He's he's literally boasting himself that he is a tall amongst everybody. But Pilu is like, Papa, and is literally pleading, please, Lalu, give me some place. Let me also make some place to grow. But no, Lalu is very arrogant, selfish, doesn't want Pilu to grow at all. Pilu is literally sad now. Now, I know 1 or 2 days passed. Pilu did not do anything. He could not do anything ultimately because now Lalu is literally covering Pilu. But you know what happened one day? One day, somebody came, meh, 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 and there came a goat. So goat looked at Lalu's lushy green leaves, and the goat started to munch the leaves. Yum. Now Lalu is like, oh God, leave me alone, please. Oh no, don't touch me there. Don't touch me here. Don't touch me there. But the goat, you think it'll listen? Oh, it's found beautiful green grass, all that is visible. It just goes on munching, 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 and the goat has now finally taken off few leaves from Lalu's plant, and now the Lalu is, how is the Lalu now? The Lalu literally looks, yeah. Now the Lalu has completely bent down, and you can see Pilu standing upright. But Pilu is very kind. Pilu does know that there were times when Lalu would not let Lalu grow, but Lalu and Pilu are friends after all. So Pilu takes his hand and gives it to Lalu and says, it's okay, Lalu, happens. Would you like to grow with me? So he holds his hand with Lalu and then lifts Lalu up. And Lalu is now feeling very ashamed. What did I do? You know, I troubled him. But then Pilu is so kind. He's been really kind to me. He's letting me grow. And this is what we learn, children and adults, and to all the viewers here. We live and we let others grow. That's the beautiful part of our surrounding. If we are selfish, we also don't grow. Take this lesson from this little story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Seema and Ramya, for this wonderful.
That's beautiful. That's
Thank
beautiful.
you, thank you. All right, I tried to do that. Oh, did she disappear?
Yeah, and keep humming. Sing a song of flowers, flowers all around, flowers of every color going on the ground. Thank you all.
Thank you, Preeti. Preeti has braved real, a lot of technical issues. We know how it
Technical
is.
and non-technical issues, both
Yeah.
behind and
So
Thank
this
you
is
for
a
bearing
very
with-
beautiful story, which we adopted from NBT's book with the same name, and
Neelu
2 years
Pilu.
back. With Seema identified the story, and we got Raghavendra to do the artwork for us. I'm sure Preeti and many of you have used it, and like I said, Kamishibai, there's a lot of things that you can teach with such very, very simple stories. So with that, we'll move on to the last and final storyteller.
Yes, yes. So our final performer of the day is the youngest of our lot, Sai Priya. Ramya, can you just spotlight Sai Priya?
I am looking for Sai Priya.
Okay.
who's also
She too has
braved
been
in a-
facing
I see her.
technical.
I see her.
Yeah.
I am adding spotlight. Yes.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes,
yay!
yes, finally. Okay, Sai Priya is a 20-year-old storyteller, I think. The youngest of
Youngest.
the lot. Okay, storyteller, Indian folk artist, author, and second-year BCom student, currently based in Bhopal. Alongside academics, she's also involved in family business and actively explores storytelling, public speaking, creativity, and psychology. She holds a diploma in human excellence through Bal Vikas, which shaped her understanding of value-based learning and nurturing children with love, compassion, and creativity. She deeply enjoys working with children through stories, music, art, and meaningful activities, and is also involved in volunteering and community service, and believes that storytelling is a beautiful way to inspire and connect people. I think we have to say that we are inspired by her, with the long list of accomplishments. And Sai Priya, over to you. Okay, I'll just remove my spotlight. Over to you. All the best.
Thank you so much, Seema ma'am. I hope my technical issues are resolved now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So let me begin my story. Before that, I want you all to imagine what will happen if a bunch, not one, two, or just a few, total 7 of absolute madcaps, dimwits are left all alone in a house for a whole entire day. Just imagine what will happen. Come, let's find out. Mukashi, once upon a time, not so long ago, in a beautiful town lived a Guru Paramananda, along with his 7 disciples, but they weren't the intelligent ones, they were absolute dimwits, madcaps, idiots. And now let's explore their madness and how their stupidity, but yes, don't get fooled by their stupidity because it also has a hidden wisdom. So one day, Guru Paramananda called out to his disciples, "Hey Ganpati, Kami, Nandi, Murali, where are you all? It's been so many days since you've practiced your lessons. Come fast." And they were very obedient. They said, "Okay, yes, Guruji, coming. And with full force, they came and they sat very obediently. Then Guruji said, "What did I tell you all last time? Before you come, close the door." They said, "Oh yes, Guruji." Then this is Ganapati. Because he has a very big belly, he got up and he went to close the door. But as he tried closing the door, he gripped the edge of the door and closed and said, the door, it's eating my fingers. Somebody please help." Then immediately his best friend Funny came and said, "You idiot, is that how you close the door? You're supposed to close the door from the beneath, like from below, you have to close it." He tried, he said, "My hand, oh my god, my fingers are bleeding." And then another intelligent student, he climbed up all above the door and said, "No, this is not how you close the door. This is how you close the door." And his hand got stuck to and he cried, "Ouch, my hand." And hearing all the cries and shoutings, Guru Paramananda came and he asked, "You idiots, what are you doing?" And they said, Guruji, this door is eating our fingers." Guruji said, "Are you stupid? Is that how you close the door? Every door has a bolt which you are supposed to grip on and close it." They were very fascinated. "Wow, Guruji, can we also try?" Guru Paramananda said, "Okay, sure, try it. But there are certain rules. You have to try it one by one. You have to make sure that you don't make any mess or any sound." They said, "Okay, Guruji, we'll do it one by one." So now let us see how they did it one by one. So first, Funny initiated that, "Oh, I want to close the door," and this is how one by one all of them gathered to close the door. Then Guru Paramananda saw this and prayed to God, "Oh God, please give me strength for today. I don't know what am I going to do with it." Then he said, "Okay, enough guys, come for the lesson, come sit." And he said, "Last time I taught you all music, right? I taught you sargams, I taught you saregamapa. So why don't you all try singing that? So he said, okay, funny. I taught you especially, so you sing it. Guru Paramananda was ready with his tanpura and everything, and he said, funny, come on. Funny, being the obedient one, he said, Sanida Pamagarisa. Guru Paramananda asked, funny, what was it? He said, I practiced a lot, Guruji. He said, you call this music? There is emotion. There is passion. And first of all, you are supposed to sing with your throat and not with your nose. Funny was deeply offended. Okay, Guruji, I will sing now only properly. Then he got up, he went outside, he went to the nearest pot of water he could find and took the water immediately and gargled it and threw spat and practiced. Sa. Okay, and now he came. With full force he sang, San! Hearing him, the rest of them started, and Nandi started crying. He closed his eyes and started crying. And Guruji asked, Nandi, why are you closing your eyes? And Nandi said, Guruji, if I don't see him, maybe I can't hear him. And Guruji said, oh God, fine. And that is when somebody was at the door. Guru Paramananda, the king has ordered to see you in the royal court. It was a soldier. And he said, the king has ordered to see you. So come with me immediately. I can't tell you how long it will take, but it's a very urgent matter. So you have to come with me. Then Guru Paramananda immediately called his students and said, okay, I have to go. I don't know how long it will take for me to get back, but I want you all, first of all, to sit calmly, silently. Don't make any mess. Don't try to use your beautiful brain. Just be calm, silent. Okay? And most importantly, close the doors. And when he said doors, by that he meant just the main door. So the Sishyas, the students were obedient. They said, okay, Guruji, we'll close the door. So they closed the main door. But one intelligent student said, hey, Guruji said close the doors. And what have we done? We've closed the door. That means we have to close the doors, all the doors. And they said, oh yes, right, you are so intelligent. So they went and they closed all the doors. They closed the door of the kitchen, of the bathroom, and also the window. They left no doors. Then as one Sishya came near the storeroom, he had to close the storeroom door. So he took the door, he closed the door, but the door opened again. He said, hey, I just now closed the door, right? Again he tried to close it. And then he went, but the door opened again. He said, what's up with this door? I just closed it, right? It's full force. Dram! He closed it, but the door opened again. And he called out to his friends, guys, come, see. They asked, what happened? He said, see, this door is so arrogant. No matter how much I try, it's not closing. And they said, are you stupid? Did you try what Paramananda taught us last time? And by closing the bolts. And he said, yes, I've tried everything. The door is not closing. He said, move inside. I'll close it. He closed the door. And the door closed. He said, see, but the door opened again. He said, hey, what's wrong with this door? Then all the Sishyas one by one gathered there and they all tried closing the door. They kicked it. One even blew air and he thought, okay, maybe if I blow the air, the door might close. They tried everything. And then at the end, they all smacked, boom, boom, boom. They hit the door, but the door wouldn't close. So all of them with full force went and banged the door, and before they knew, the door broke and they started crying, bachao, bachao. That is when Paramananda's wife Sundaramma and her daughter came. Hearing the sound, they rushed inside and they asked, you idiots, what have you done? We just left you alone for 10 minutes and you decided to break my house. What am I going to do with you? And suddenly, there were some sounds. The sound of gold coins falling from the crack of the door, and that is when Paramananda's daughter pointed, Amma, look, there are gold coins falling from the door. And that is when Sundaramma's eyes lit up. as she saw the gold coins, and then she looked at the boys and she said, "My golden boys, my bangarus, are you all fine? You know what? Get up, get up. It's okay. Tonight I'm going to cook for you all your favorite dishes." And that night she cooked all their favorite dishes, while one by one they all sat and feasted, and they were completely unaware of what happened. And that is when Guru Paramananda came and they saw, okay, they're eating so peacefully. But besides Sundaram, as he saw the pot of gold, he understood, okay, so there was something. So this is with my story, and now I want you all to initiate and tell me what's the moral of the story. What do you think is the moral of story? Does anyone wants to initiate?
The moral of the story. Let's see. I mean, I'm just waiting for somebody, if somebody else has any ideas.
There's
It's
a
very
silver lining
beautifully,
behind everything.
illustrated story. You've done the illustrations yourself, Supriya.
You can expect the unexpected.
Oh, somebody's telling the
Expect the
moral.
unexpected. Someone said expect the unexpected.
From pain comes diamonds and happiness.
Yes, there's a silver lining, or in this case, a gold lining
Gold coins.
behind everything. Yes, Sai Priya, give us your interpretation.
So I feel like as a storyteller that everybody has their own moral to a story. But if you ask me, you should never judge anybody's madness, because the boys were so, what do you call it? The Gen Z slang, they were so nonchalant about what all they have done, and we think they're madcaps, but with their stupidity there was success, there was wealth. So but there's another meaning to all the there's a common meaning to all the Paramananda Shikshu Katha stories, that you should never blindly follow the instructions. Use your own brain at times, but not too much. This is the story.
हाँ दवा वाटर.
Thank you, Saifra. Wonderful. I think we are closing the session with so much of laughter, and I could see most of us laughing. And the illustrations were wonderful. And like Ramya said, the humor in it, everything. Thank you. All of you, I'll just spotlight everyone. Anyone has any feedback, any comments, please feel free to do. I think we have overshot a little bit, but please give your feedback and we'd love to hear. Geeta ji, I've spotlighted you also. Veena ji is here. Preeti, yes, Preeti, I'll put you.
Preeti? Preeti is there, yeah. I see.
Yes. If anyone has to say something, please do. Yes.
We overshot the time, but we would love to hear your feedback, comments. So please go ahead, unmute and share.
And we had a wonderful crowd at one point. I think almost 42 people joined in. So big shout out to all of you. Thank you.